ACOTAR readers, we gotta talk. Evil Elain theory, let's go. I should note, I've never once thought that Elain was going to be evil until this app, until all y'all be spouting your thoughts, your theories on evil Elain. So I've come up with some of my own. 1, she gets upset that she can't be with Azriel, and she finds out that Gwen gets that necklace. I'd kill her. 2, she has some sort of haywiring with her powers, and it creates a vulnerability that allows somebody to take over or kind of like, I don't know, infiltrate her mind and her actions. 3, her killing Hybern created some sort of chain of events where she took on some of his spirit or energy, like evil energy, like I don't know. So tell me, how did we get here? Why do we think that Elain is going to be evil? Because these are the only plausible theories I have. What are yours?
So it's no secret that I find Elaine Archeron to be so boring. Just boring, boring, boring. And I've been trying to get more excited about her as a character because I know she's probably going to be one of the featured characters in the next installment. So I have like, 2-3 years to build up to that. And one of the ways I've been doing that is by reading fan theories about her character and where it might be going. So you know how in the Twilight books and movies, when Edward leaves, Bella is just catatonic, and in the books it's just 3 blank pages with the dates, like the dates on the top, and that's it, because she just does not log any information for all of that time. That's how I feel like Elain is on the inside. She is just Bella sitting in the chair, and then it's da-na-na-na, and it's just the cameras going around and the seasons are changing, and she's just there doing just fuck all. And at first it was like, okay, she's super sad about Grayson, this basic bitch mortal boy who like immediately dumps her, doesn't even really like look at her sideways, you know what I mean? He doesn't give a single fuck about her, realistically. Probably all for that money. Someone has to pay for higher walls, you know what I mean? And I read a theory that the reason that she was basically just catatonic wasn't just because of Grayson. Sure, she was sad about that and losing her mortality, but it's because she's seen her own death. And she knows that there's no point, or she felt that there was no point in getting to know the inner circle, in pursuing anything with Lucien, because she is going to be the person in the series that is going to die and not come back. That brings me to another thought about her and Azriel. Maybe the reason she enters into a flirtation with Azriel instead of exploring things with Lucien is because she sees him as a safer way to express and explore emotional and physical feeling without this devastating blow that would be a mating bond when she is going to die. Because I'm pretty sure that when you die and you're in a mating bond, the other person is just, the grief is this overwhelming, all-consuming thing. And maybe she doesn't want that for Lucien, and she knows that Azriel can handle it. They're not mates, so it's safer for her to find that sort of connection without feeling like she's going to ruin something in the end. And to be honest, I've seen on Book Talk a lot that everyone thinks that Cassian is going to be the one to actually die, the first person in the inner circle to not be brought back, and I can't accept that. I can't accept that information. I don't want it to be true. I love him. I love Nesta. Elain, this is your time to shine.
I am shook. Yes, I love this theory. I think this could explain a lot about Elain and what she avoids and who she doesn't talk to. Like, we know she's acting weird all the beginning of ACOSF. She's made new friends. She hangs out by herself. What if it's because she's seen everybody's deaths? That's like so morbid, but like...
Okay, so the more and more I hear other people talk about their theories about evil Elain, the more on board I am with it. And here's why. Okay, recently when I re-listened to A Court of Mist and Fury, at the end of chapter 40, when the queens leave for the first time, it's Elain, and at the very end she sighs from the corner and says, "I hope they all burn in hell." That's not in character for her, or is it? The big thing where this really came from is everybody keeps talking about the moment when Elain and Gwen find out that Azriel originally gave the necklace to Elain and then regifted it to Gwen. And is there going to be a fight or something? I don't think there's going to be a fight. Gwen's going to be hurt about it. Nesta's the one that's going to fight about it. She's going to be spitting mad that her sister, her chosen sister, and her real sister are in the middle of this, and poor Cassian's going to be stuck in the middle because he's going to be like, bro, what'd you do? And he's going to be like, Nesta, I'm sorry. And yeah, but Gwen will get over it. She'll understand. She's just that kind of a character. But what I want, so my theory is book 6 is Gwen and Asriel, and that's the whole arc. But Elain's going to have a character arc in that book as well, which then leads to the 7th book. She's going to simmer with rage through this whole book, watching Asriel find his mate and fall in love and just go off into the sunset. And she's stuck with Lucian, who she doesn't even really like. And it's all going to build up to book 7, which is going to be Evil Elain, the prison under the mountain, and the 8th court. So Asriel and Gwen can have their book, and then we get Evil Elain and the 8th court and everything, and it's going to be amazing. Can't wait. Sarah J. Maas needs to stop writing Crescent City or whatever series that she's writing right now. Sorry, fans of that. I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. And give us more. We need Asriel and Gwen and Evil Elain.
Okay, so I finally got around to reading A Court of Silver Flames, and I have some thoughts. I love all the TikTok theories that I find on here of A Court of Thorns and Roses and what the next book's going to be about. And obviously one of the biggest ones that people have is the Evil Elain theory. I wasn't super on board with the theory. I thought it was cool, but I wasn't yeah, that's a thing until I read A Court of Silver Flames. Specifically the paragraph about the 3 sacred mountains. Now we all know the theory about the 3 mountains and how they're tied to the 3 sisters. First mountain is from A Court of Thorns and Roses, the mountain that they are under with Amarantha's reign. Spoiler alert, but Feyre conquers it, right? Another one of the mountains is the mountain in Illyria that is part of the Blood Right. I think it's called, is it Ramiel or Ramiel? Whatever it's called. Nesta conquered that one in A Court of Silver Flames. So that leaves one mountain left, the prison, which both Nesta and Feyre have visited but did not conquer because it's not meant for them. And yeah, both Nesta and Feyre went into the prison, did what they needed to do, and got out of there alive. But it wasn't a conquering like it was with Under the Mountain or with Ramiel. It just wasn't the same. So if this theory is correct and it ties the 3 sisters to the 3 mountains, then obviously the next book, which is going to be about Elain, she would be up against the prison. I was trying to think how this would work. And then I thought, wait a second. If Elain was evil, wouldn't that fit perfectly? What if she just, went off her rocker? Lost her freaking mind and let all the prisoners out? I mean, she was made by the cauldron too, right? So could she not, I don't know, use something from the trove or just find something within her to open some of the doors? And I don't know if Elain did end up being evil, if she would end evil necessarily. I do feel she would have some kind of a redemption. And I feel her redemption would have something to do with Lucian. And who knows if this is going to be an accurate theory. I just thought that would be a sick storyline. So I am voting Evil Elain all the way.